I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service. All right, good morning. We're here in Boulder, Colorado. This is Customer Service Podcast brought to you by myself, Chase. That's Timothy. And this is Dirty Bubble.
I thought you were... I like that you did the intro the same as like, welcome to Jackass.
Wait, do you know...
But you had a sponsor, but then you basically referred to us as sponsoring.
Brought to you by us. Obviously, you love Jackass.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love Jackass.
You know what I don't need? Any of the Jackasses that happened like later. I liked the first one when it was like shopping carts and like just things you'd find... If
I remember correctly, 2 took the world by storm. I'm sure I'm fine with 3. The thing is, they started doing 4.5 and other ones, and those. Sorry, but like I'm with you. Give me those early aughts kind of Jackass.
Here's what's happened when it's like guys that are like skateboarders that are in their 20s ramming into like cars and stuff and like getting hit in the balls a lot. I'm like, they're fine. They'll recover. Yeah. When it's guys in their like 40s and 50s,
you gotta feed your kid.
It's like when I went to New Orleans and we went to like, what's the street there? That's
Bourbon Street.
Is that right? Bourbon Street.
Or there's also the French Quarter.
Yeah, whatever. Like, where everyone's drunk. Everyone was like over 50 and drunk, and I'm like, I'm having zero fun because I feel like someone should have eyes on these folks because they're behaving dangerously for their age. And that's what has happened with later Jackass stuff, where it's like I'm no longer having fun because I'm like, I don't know if these guys are okay.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's something gross about drunk adults in public. If I see like a drunk 20-something in public, it's like, oh, you're just having fun, dude. I hope you get home safe. You know what I mean? Just don't cause too much of a ruckus, and you'll be just fine. But when you see like a 45-year-old dude tanked in public, you're like, ugh, this is dark. There's a lot going on in his life, like for him to be, you know what I mean?
And I'm not
He's
talking
probably got
like
kids. And
I had too many Chardonnays at dinner.
No, I'm talking hammered.
like red-faced drunk, and you're like, oh boy. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like when your face goes, it's just too much blood's up there or something, and you're like, man, I'm not feeling great.
And we've said before, when there's a certain type of person who, when they get drunk, is just dead in the eyes. There's just a different person. You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, I'm not talking to the same folks anymore.
Real quick, Cole, yesterday you and I wore the exact same pants, and I'm happy to report today we're also wearing the exact same pants.
Yeah, how do we do that? Or you wear
two different pants. Yeah. They were black summer weight fatigues yesterday and regular green fatigues today, yes? Yeah, it's great. It's cool. It's tight.
It's funny that like pants are something that any sort of pant, I'll rewear in a week 40 times.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'll pick a pair of jeans for the week, or I've got shorts on because it's hot. I'll wear shorts for the week. I also know that like I'm only getting like another month. I mean, maybe like a couple weeks out of this, and then I have to go back into pants. Yeah. Not let's hope. I hate you guys. Not you guys. It's mostly you. Yeah. You do this every single year. You get so mad about summer, and then you get so mad about winter, and all you do is complain. Enjoy what you got. Imagine it's gonna snow by Halloween, and we're all gonna be like, God, here we go.
No, I mean, I'm with you. Here's the thing. I agree. If you're saying you got to have winter or you got to have summer, I much prefer summer. I'm very happy with the life we've been living. And
already it's getting dark earlier. I hate that.
That is noticeable. That is very noticeable. If I had a house with central AC or my AC unit wasn't as intrusive as it is, I'd be less. But outside of that, obviously summer.
I got a suggestion for you. Why don't you just wear like shorts and a tee? Because you're dressed one way. That's what's hot.
Yeah, I don't wear this when I sleep though.
You gotta quit.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how you live.
I might though.
Yeah, you're wild. You live like a Ninja Turtle.
In winter, it drives me crazy. I'll be wearing my Canoe Club sweatpants and Canoe Club matching hoodie with the hood up, and that's how I sleep all winter. Is full sweatsuit, under covers, head under blanket, under pillow. I am full in a literal turtle outfit. Like.
Crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. Yeah. I want to live somewhere where there are no seasons. I want the summer to be all the time.
Let me ask you a question.
Not beach life. I'll do this in Arizona. I don't care. I just cannot think about weather anymore. I want it to be the same every single day.
Timbo, you're not worried that Arizona would get too hot in the summer?
No, just be too hot. Doesn't bother me. I don't know how to explain this to you. There was a time in my life for a long, long time that it bothered me immensely, and it was, and I believe that it was entirely. I think we've talked about it. It is entirely humidity.
Yeah.
Because in the Midwest, I hated it because I hated that you'd like take a shower, you'd get dressed to go do something, and you're like, I am sweating profusely and I've done nothing.
Yeah. You know? Like, can you remember being 17 and you and your buddies were going to go and have dinner at Applebee's? I'm just saying, because that's like where we would go. And, you know, like, you'd be like, all right, cool. Well, I think so-and-so is going to be there. Maybe there was a girl you had a crush on who was going to go. And you'd
just
be like,
at Applebee's or like with the group?
like with the crew. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, everybody's getting together. It's Friday night, or you're going to go to the football game. And then, but long story short, you're like, all right, cool. Let me take a shower. Let me get fresh. And then you get in your 2003 Nissan Sentra and you're just sweaty as all fuck instantly right off the rip. And you're like, dude, what's the even point? You know what I mean?
Why'd I even try to get clean?
Yeah.
I'm grosser now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get nervous about it and it doesn't stop. So listen, I hated that. And I still, of course, don't like that. Something's changed just with the body, you know? And it doesn't need to like, I think it's like I'm less in a panic all the time too, a little bit. Yeah. And now I don't need to like sweat because I'm just jittery. You know what I mean?
Just fucking
so I think
up.
that like, I don't know, it doesn't bother me now. And I think it's also just being here that like it's dry. Like I walk around for hours on a phone call and it doesn't, I'm like, I come in and I'm like, I'm hot, but I'm not sweaty. I'm fine.
No, I mean, even just a couple of weeks ago, I was on the phone with you for quite a long time when you were out of town, and I made a lap up here around, and as long as you're not in like the direct sun, it's warm, you know what I mean? But it's not unbearable. The sun is what puts me in a fright. If I'm in the shade, it could be 110 in the shade and I'm still cooling. It's the sun physically on my skin puts me in a fright.
That feels so like against everything that I love. I forget what people compared us to when we talk about health stuff. It was like Joe Rogan and one of the Real Housewives.
I didn't understand the bit.
It's literally perfect.
Who is that person?
She's just like a dumbass. You know what I mean? Like that, like, but it's like health is a major concern of hers, but it's like, you know, she's so full of injectables and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
That seems so anti your normal, like, go with the flow of the human body stuff.
I agree. I generally do try to, like, I took some medicine yesterday. I'm a little low energy over this way. I might be getting what Cole had. It's tough to say. The main thing it's hard for me to, like, work through thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get brain
it's
fog.
like legitimately hard for me to, like,
got long COVID.
Yeah, I got that long COVID. Speaking of which, where were we? We were talking, go with the flow.
Jeez Louise, buddy.
I'm not doing it.
This is going to be an interesting podcast.
Here's the only version we get of you at this point where it's like, I can't think of anything, or I'm thinking of every thought I've ever had at the same time.
So the last pod is one of my favorites, just because some of the clips he put out, it's just like, got it. I like to see myself from a bird's eye view, you know, and
I love that I'd love what a therapist might do with you, being like, I love that you view yourself as a whole different entity. You're like a viewer of your own, like, you know what I mean, a voyeur of your own.
Well, when I'm in it, when I'm in it and I have a story to tell, it doesn't strike me as like odd. But then when somebody types it out or you see it firsthand, you're like, oh, it is, boom, and then into a completely separate thing. In my head, it makes sense in the moment because of the things I got going on. You know
I'm joking around, but that's basically my situation. I think about the Michael Scott quote all the time where he says, I happen to love the hijinks I get myself into. And I like that because it's like you're taking complete ownership off of your involvement in the day-to-day life. Yeah. And I do think about that a lot because what I think of, like, funny things happening. Like I was telling you, I was at the coffee shop the other day.
Oh yeah, tell this. This is amazing.
The guy came from the upstairs area. I'm just waiting on my coffee. He comes down and he just goes, "Hey, they call my name yet?" And I was like, I don't know, man. He goes, you didn't hear them call my name? And I said, I don't know what your name is. I don't know who you are. You just came from upstairs, dude. Like, I don't know. And he's like, and he just goes, okay, yeah, just wondering, because I didn't know if they called my name. And I'm like, again, dude. And then I told you this girl that has like double braids, big hoop earrings, full workout set, just whips around and goes, we don't know who you are. Way more aggressive. And he's like, all right, well, I just didn't know. And I'm like, you're just... Well, how do you live like
dude,
this?
I those kind of interactions, I swear, we talk about it. You have these and I don't. And part of it is because I'm scared of people, and I think that maybe people just don't approach me and they can feel that or not.
I'm not sitting around like making eye contact with people like crazy older ladies just like looking for something to happen. You know what I mean? Like they look you up and down when they walk by because they're like, I just want you to know I'm available to chat. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just sort of like, I think if I'm alone, it's just there's something about, you know, it's easier to talk to someone if it's just one person. If you're like with a group or with a couple, it's a couple, you kind of don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. But for some reason, Oh, and that's the other thing. He goes, well, I thought you guys worked here. And I'm like, we're standing on the other side of the counter. How
Buddy,
can we
we're waiting for
here?
product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen a coffee shop before.
Tell me, what's this guy look like? Like a bowler guy?
Like a dentist. Oh. Like a dentist. He's got like the zero drop shoes and shit on, and that's the whole vibe.
Yeah.
So I think he just lives in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is catered to him. Mm-hmm. It's his world, and we're living in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. Hey, speaking of being out in the sun, though, we woke up early Sunday morning and shot hoops at the basketball court by our house. So sick.
Who's we?
Me and Shane.
Oh.
Yeah. We got busy.
Just dust her up?
We just shot some hoops.
Did she grow up playing basketball?
She got a good shot.
That's not what I asked. I just asked if she grew up playing basketball.
Oh, I thought you said she's good at playing basketball.
Yeah.
Grow up. I think she played basketball as a young kid, but not like through high school or anything.
Yeah. So I wondered where she picked it up.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It was fun, dude. I loved it. It's actually a beautiful little park.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful little park.
I was Gia had her first the school orientation yesterday.
Yeah.
And they put in some new basketball hoops, and they're all like low, obviously, because it's kids, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, this is where we come jump the gate, because listen, they're just high enough where I think I could maybe dunk, but it would be just out. I wouldn't it would have to be I got a breakaway. I'm going to try to hit this because I got a lot of space.
Give me an idea. If you put your hands above your head, could you touch rim or do you have to jump?
No, I'd have to jump.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think you could dunk pretty comfortably. And so it's it's out of reach, but not by a ton.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's kind of perfect. I think we'd feel like we were in the NBA.
Well, one time me and Coop, we got together after work with a group of guys and we went and shot around by my old house. At the house, we had 12 dogs.
Yeah.
12 dogs and 14 unused living rooms in it.
Yeah. Had a lot of living rooms. We had one couch in them.
One couch
in the middle.
2 living rooms completely empty, and then the one that had the couch was mostly empty.
It'd be like a TV turned the opposite way.
It was insane. And at most, it was 4 dogs, so it wasn't actually 12. But
they were all in the basement, though, so you didn't always even see them. They were always dude. You just hear them downstairs.
In cartoons, when a pack of dogs come running, and it's a rolling ball of dust and then there's a sprinkle of this one's paw. It's that's how it was when the 4 of them were together.
Yep.
But no rooms being used, just a fucking empty house. We torched that thing. We should no business living in that house. But we went and shot hoops at a court by us, and it turned out the hoops were 9 feet. We didn't realize this, so we just played it, and it did make for a different dynamic. Yeah, you can get a little more. It's we're big bodies then.
Yeah, I would have guessed this was an 8-foot, 9-foot hoop somewhere in there, maybe 8 foot. It was, but I was like, man, this would be nice.
Yeah.
This would be fun. This would make it a different type of competitive that I like the energy of.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing, it's just you're at a Y and it's just outside shots. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple layups, but it's a much more slow paced game. I like the idea of this might be a little bit more aggressive.
Scrappy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got guys trying to dunk.
Yeah. Did you growing up, and Cole answered, did you play hoops growing up? You play basketball?
I did, yeah. Yeah, through middle school, and then me and my friends would always just play street basketball.
I was gonna say,
what position did you play?
Usually I was D.
Okay.
I was some sort of D.
Well, it goes both ways.
You'd be maybe a center.
Yeah, like a center. I mean, I usually was
center or power forward. You were boxing out, getting the rebounds.
I was more,
yeah.
I wasn't usually a shooter or.
I think of you as tall, but I guess I'm not. I am realizing that I don't know if you're actually tall when I'm thinking about it.
I was
you regular height.
I think me and my friends were all kind of the same.
Yeah,
but I was fast, so I was kind of any sport we played, I was almost like the goon that I would be the one that would run really fast. People think I was really good, and then all my friends that were better than me would actually do all the heavy lifting of the sport. But
I was really good at passing, and I had a decent 3 if I was on. You know what I mean? But that's kind of where it ended.
Yeah,
that was sort of it.
Yeah.
And mostly just playing in parking lots and stuff.
I
played for school but I'm not big, so soccer made more sense.
Yeah, I feel you. Basketball fucking rules. Some of my fondest memories growing up are summertime rolling up to your buddy's house and there'd be a gang of kids and you'd play hoop for all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside of the DIY venue in my town that was around for most of high school, it was well known that you just get up in the morning. Most of us didn't have jobs, or I worked my begrudgingly worked my dishwashing job once a week. I tried to give that shift away every week. Eventually, he comes to me and goes, Chase, you gotta work one day a week. You gotta. It doesn't make sense for me to run payroll and shit to pay you one day
once
out
every
of
other week.
Yeah, once every week. My paychecks would sometimes be like $18, dude. Because I'd be like, I'll work the half, but I'm not. I hated it.
I'll work the half.
I'll work half of dinner shift.
What, 3 hours?
Eating people's leftover desserts and shit. But yeah, we'd play basketball in the parking lot in front of the DIY venue or in like my buddy's mom's front yard, and it's great. Good time.
So much fun.
Yeah. So you think this is going to be a thing for you guys? You guys are basketball players now?
Well, yeah, basketball is great. I've always been fond of going and shooting around. I guess I didn't realize how nice these courts were. I knew there was a roller hockey rink, but I didn't know there was right next to it is a basketball court. I didn't realize that.
Cool.
It's been great.
I think it's like an unusual thing to have, a roller hockey rink. I've never even seen that before.
Oh, there's some out here. If anything, Colorado's ripe with them compared to where we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like enclosed?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little park, and the grass was freshly mowed. Lines were clean. It's a dope little park. I feel ashamed that I haven't gotten privy to this sooner.
You gotta get out there in the world a little bit.
Here's the thing, man. If I can be honest, I'm just like scared of being out in the world. Like I really am.
You got it. But
I'm
that's
so
no way.
uncomfortable.
Well, you're too young to have decided
I know,
this. You're
I
not
need to-
70. You gotta chill. You got
You're
what?
a hermit.
50 comfortable years left if you're doing. I mean, well, I don't know. You're doing a lot of weird stuff. Let's say 40 comfortable years left.
Here's the thing.
You know what I mean? Like you got to get out there.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I really had a good time, so we'll probably go shoot around more. Maybe tonight, see how I'm feeling, but it's been great.
Listen, I'm thinking
awesome.
about. I've been looking up. I think I'm gonna get a bike. Not like being a bike guy, so no one's DM me these goofy ass bike things.
Who you want to talk to for real? Tell me what kind of bike you want and all.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I want. I already went down this thing because I have a very specific vision for what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I want one of these like 1980s Japanese brands. It doesn't matter which one; they're all fine. I want it to be like brown or gold.
Okay.
I already found one that I've kind of have in my head that I want, and then I want it to have straight handles, no curves. I don't want any of that racing shit.
You want no risers? You want
just
mountain bike?
Straightforward, like they go across or they go
you.
up on the other side. This is for tootling around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want anything else. Tootling around. I don't care about gears.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything. And I'd like it to have one. The thing that comes off the back
Put
wheel.
a basket.
You put something on it. You
Yeah.
can put things on it.
Yeah.
We got those space age totes from Uline. We can make a rig for you. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I want it cooler than that.
Yeah.
But I just want it for like, I liked in Florida riding around.
Yeah.
As just like, I just would get a little routine of where I'd ride around. And it was just like exercise to do that wasn't like, because sometimes like walking's great, but it takes a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to like have a lot of time to like cover some ground. You know, 'cause sometimes if you're like, I'm gonna go take like a 15-minute walk, you're like, I want like around the block. You know what I mean?
It's not that. Yeah. I feel you.
So I like the idea that I could cover a little bit more ground with this, or run errands.
And
I'm not doing anything. I'm not going on long rides. Look, if this turns into something, then we'll go down that road. But I'm talking like
just like
sub $200 to see if I'll even do.
So here's the thing. This is what you're looking for. You need to talk to Dean. Because Dean's big bike guy.
I want it to be cool, but I want it to be like
he
cool if I'd inherited this or something.
He told me Colorado is a literal gold mine for old bikes.
Yeah.
Like, and he used to send me, and for the record, I got hit by an old lady in a Mustang in Cleveland, on Detroit in the west side of Cleveland, driving to Melt, the famed grilled cheese spot of the early 2010s.
Here we go.
how many miles was that from?
Yeah. Where, could you give us
from my home? Probably 95, 100 miles from my home.
What relatives do you have that live close?
Yeah.
No family lives in the nice side of Cleveland, the west side of Cleveland. We don't got any family over there.
The famous Melt. Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, so when I moved here, I bought a bike, fixed gear bike again, and I'm too anxious on it.
Hardcore guy.
Yeah, for the record, again, I want to just say the reason I was there is because we rode from Ashtabula to Cleveland, et cetera, et cetera. I did it on a fucking fixed gear with a front brake and soccer shorts and a cutoff tee and a backpack. So just to tell you, I did it all in a day. No costumes, no butt pad, nothing. Anyway, point being, Dean said that it's a ripe with just awesome, exactly what you're describing. Low friction, just cruiser, just fuck around bikes. You know what I mean?
That's what
you probably want something that's like you don't want thin road bike tires. You probably want something more of like a hybrid where it's like maybe it has a little bit of stud, but not like a mountain bike tire. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I just want it to look kind of cool.
We'll get you laced up,
and I want it to be like I said, like $200 or under, because I don't know if I'm going to keep up with this or not.
Yeah.
But the way things have been going for me with little hobbies, I get into them and then I'm all the way in. So I don't know. Maybe this is like a new little thing I can do. I also was looking at those little Honda, like not scramblers, but like what do they call those?
Ruckus.
Yeah,
the little tiny guys.
They're called monkey bikes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I was looking at one of those. Maybe
those are cool.
That's too small though.
Yeah.
I need more traditional. It's kind of like
photo?
I don't need motors. I think is the reality in my life. Like this is kind of the same with cars, where I think the coolest possible version of a car is either being driven all the time or just walking.
Yeah.
If you're talking about pure coolness, I think it's cooler to walk up randomly. Like, where'd that guy come from? He just walked here, and then I think that's way cooler than. Yeah, like one of those.
Oh, they're motorized?
They had like a cool tan one.
You would whip around on a motorized one?
Yeah, because you don't need like a motorcycle.
How much are they, Cole? Are they under a G?
The new ones are like 3, I think. But they're brand new, which is nice.
Yeah, they're like 3 to 4.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But you can get a used one for probably
maybe
like a shit bucket, but it'll get you there.
But the thing is that takes away the exercise element, so I just feel like there's no point. I want it to, I want to be
well,
getting
if you're
exercise,
looking
otherwise
for exercise, but the point would be that it makes you happy though. If you had fun whipping around on it as the sun goes down.
I could see myself getting into this because there is a lot of times where I just need to run a little errand, but I'm like, I don't want to get the car out and all. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason. Or I feel like I would also just be like for example, like if we only have one car, and that's like exactly where I want things to be.
Yeah.
If she goes and does something, I could still go do my things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't go anywhere that far.
Yeah.
And I could go do my errands on my bike. So I like this. I like that I'm like talking like this, like no one knows what a bike's for. But this is what I would use it for.
Well, it's a realization.
So if anyone wants to send me, those are the parameters. Made in Japan, preferably brown. I would take black if it's got some like cool like writing on the side or something.
Okay.
If it has like an old Earth Crisis sticker or something on it, that's going to be a real sell for me. You can bump it by $100 if it's got that preloaded.
Timbo, if it interests you, we could also take it apart and paint it.
No, I want it original though.
Okay.
I mean, I like where your head's at. I mean, and I like the idea of it maybe being like cheap, and then I'll add some things to it as I go.
Yeah.
Because
you know what would be cool is if you go to like one of these flea markets or something, and you find an old wooden milk crate that milk used to get delivered and shit.
Yeah.
That could be on the little back thing.
Yeah. What are those baskets that your mom likes?
Loggenberger, baby.
Maybe I stick a Loggenberger.
Hell yeah.
On the back
You know
of
what?
That
would be cool.
My beautiful mother, shout out you and my beautiful sister. I love you both. If you're listening to this, Mama, if you got any extra loose Loggenbergers for my boy that you think would suffice for a bike, that would be pretty cool. I love Loggenberger.
I just need to be able to put like a couple things from Whole Foods in the back of it.
Yeah.
Or if I go to the art store, I got some things I got to put back there.
Hell yeah.
By the way, how are you doing on what we committed to is we were going to take on our things? I actually know that you kind of did.
What?
I bought my oil paint stuff, so I'm ready. I'm ready to roll on my next.
You're saying get back into our hobbies and commit to it?
Well, I've never stepped out. No, the fact that I've been busy. But,
I more so said that. Yeah.
But I got the oil paint stuff is secured. I haven't started yet. But
will you do the same kind of thing where you're just painting from memory, or will you make yourself still lifes?
I just do. It's got to be kind of kinetic for me, or I don't enjoy myself.
If it's too much setup and fucking around.
I got into like more detail work just to like teach myself some of it, and I don't find myself enjoying it as much. I kind of dread doing it, and that's not where I'm at. So it needs to be a little bit more expressive. But I got to figure out how the oils work first, and then I can figure out what I'm going to do with them.
Yeah,
but,
sick.
Yeah, but I know that you did a little painting too. So we're taking a step.
I did. So yeah, this a buddy of mine in the Style Forum Discord, like OG fellas, he had found this cool article that was I didn't read the article. I just skimmed through it, and I got the information I needed from him, right from the mouth of the reader, if you will. And somewhere in Mongolia.
Your version of Spark Notes is just asking someone else who's read it already.
Well, ask the person who knows, baby. That's the best way to learn about a thing, you know. Somewhere in Mongolia or whatever the geographic area that would make up Mongolia or Siberia. I think they're one and the same, right, Cole? Mongolia and Siberia? Northern Asia, Russia.
Siberia's above Mongolia, I'm very certain.
Either way.
Do you think this is important to the part?
Kind of. These bodies were unearthed, or these, one way or another, over like 4,000 years ago. There's Traba. These bodies were unearthed that had tattoos on the skin.
Oh, okay, I see what
you're
saying.
And so they took the tattoo and like there's like a rendering, and then I took that rendering, dragged it into my iPad, traced it so I could make it vector and scale it nice and big, and then I got it printed out, and I'm gonna paint it on like a 24 by 30 sheet of glass. But it's a super old art, and by saying it's a tattoo, like it's not what we think of as like tattoos. It's not like shit I got. It's like a cool drawing, but it's like it's two antelopes circled within each other, really flowy, and like there's like a tiger and two big other cats skin. Really cool, and like it takes a second when you look at it, but nonetheless, I was like, oh, cool. This is just the catalyst I need to like paint something. So I got that printed out. I got all my shit set up, and it's all set up on I have my drafting table mounted up and everything all proper. And then I told you I couldn't find One Shot anywhere anymore, my oil enamel that I paint with. But this guy, when I was kind of leaving sign painting, there was this dude out of Detroit, his company Alpha Enamel. He like started it. Like many things with One Shot were like inconvenient. It comes in a little tiny paint can. You left a ton of fucking paint that would get gummed up and shit. It was a mess every time you had to open it. He has these little dropper bottles with like a rattler, like a bolt in it, to mix it up. And so anyway, come to find out that is sold down at Gyrie's. So I popped in there and picked up some paint. So I started to paint the graphic a little bit. I was using a liner brush, so like a super long quill. And some of the curves and shit are a little too detailed. So I had only spent like 10, 15 minutes. So I wiped it clean. I'm going to start painting it with a shorter quill. But yeah, I'm kind of back into it. It's fun.
There we go.
Yeah.
We could do an art show one day.
Hey.
Okay, I can't imagine a bigger nightmare for the two of us. But
you'd be playing some nice guitar music, and then it'd have to cut to a future tune that's just an absolute banger.
Yeah. That's the kind of herky-jerky shit that's happening at our art show.
Yeah.
So if you got some space you want to rent, we're raising money.
Yeah.
We're just like dogs.
Yeah, we'll put it towards
and loose
dogs.
Cats.
Speaking of which, we met an awesome dog this weekend.
Madison's dog?
Great
I
dog.
told her it's the best thing she's done for this company is bring that dog to that party. That's the best. That's as happy as I could be.
That is a great dog. Michelle and I were talking about
how
that dog
nervous
this morning
it was.
Again.
Gia had these like cat balloons. They're like, I don't know, maybe parents will know what I'm talking about. They're filled with helium, but not much or something.
Just enough
and
so
they
they
sort
kind
of like
of
float on the ground so they look like they're alive.
Yeah.
We've got one in our house right now, and it keeps, because it floats around, I keep thinking it's one of the cats. And I think the cats are like scared of it, but also like it.
Yeah.
Because they're like around it a lot. But when they get real, when it moves, they freak out. Yeah. Anyway, one point the wind blows. Like a bunch of them all go towards this dog, and this dog's like he's got at least 100 pounds.
I don't know the name of the breed. Maybe
Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees.
And if I remember correctly, because I think Travel's girlfriend said this, those are the dogs. My buddy that I used to make boots with. Remember, you know him.
Oh yeah.
Him and his wife. They bought a farm. They bought 2 of these dogs. These dogs guard cattle.
Yeah.
Like they'll kill coyotes and wolves and shit. Like they're there to like.
Not Madison's.
No, this dog is not. This dog is so gentle.
He's much different than that. He's more of like a guy who likes doing inside stuff.
Yeah, he likes inside stuff. God almighty, is he a cute dog though. So that was fun. Let's talk about this weekend. We had a little birthday party for Gigi that everybody went to on Sunday.
The park, had my boys on the grill. My grill masters.
It was great. I got there. Cole already had that thing fired up. Charcoal really is the best way to cook, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Cole? You got to start with the charcoal. You got to start with the gas, finish with the charcoal.
Finish with the charcoal, yeah. Ultimate dad saying.
Yeah. Just two going at the same time.
It is one of those things where like kind of makes you wish you had a charcoal grill in your backyard. Just a little one,
I
two on the patio.
thought about getting like a little yakitori or something for doing like chicken basically. But like it would take like a long time. But I think I could eat grilled chicken every day from here until I die.
Yeah, I think
it's just a dinner.
You're a simple
like
man.
that with whatever. It's like the perfect like I don't think about it food.
Were you at Coop's one of those weekends when we had you came to one of them? I don't think you were here for this. Coop bought a yakitori grill.
Yeah, I sat outside and watched you guys jump on a trampoline for 4 hours, and it was like I'm not doing this.
We brought that trampoline, by the way. It's in my garage, taken apart.
Oh,
why?
They moved.
Are you gonna set it up?
Don't live there anymore. So it's ours. Yeah, I got it.
You're gonna set it up though?
Yeah.
Can I jump on it?
Yeah, of course.
Set it up.
Of course. So we got it. But anyway, he got a little
you guys had it
grill.
set up over the top of a stump, and it seemed like the most from where I was sitting, it was like every time you guys jumped over it, they were getting millimeters from hitting the stump.
I don't know why we didn't. We're good. Nobody got hit by the stump, but
it was like a sharp stump too. It wasn't like a clean cut.
Absolutely insane. So yes, we have the trampoline and we're gonna set it up. But Coop got a yakitori grill and made little meatballs on it, and I thought they were stellar. It was like he made like not meatballs, like burgers, but long enough to go on a hot dog bun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
But it was good. I think but a little charcoal yakitori grill seems awesome, dude. Mm-hmm. We have our grill in our backyard.
I'm
not
not
be
gonna
honest.
do it. It's too much.
I'm so fucking lazy. I still haven't cleaned it. It's just so filthy because I didn't. It's what
everyone
winter,
does.
dude.
I got like one of the grill plates to go on the thing. We never use it because it makes too much stuff.
It sat outside all winter and then it's just dirty, dude. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like to clean it, you got to get the degreaser and it's got to soak and it's this whole messy fucking to do. So
I just go over to Whole Foods, pay $25 per grilled chicken breast.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah. No problem at all.
$50, you're you're still hungry.
Do you go to you get anything from the meat counter? Or no?
What do you mean?
Who do I got here?
I mean, I've gone to a meat counter before.
You know, I got those little pre-made burgers. Those look mighty good.
You know what I had that was good? It feels up your alley, but I was intrigued enough. I think this was at, what's the grocery store where you can buy like sea moss and stuff here?
Oh, Vitamin Cottage?
No.
Natural Grocers?
Not that. No.
Not alfalfa.
Sprouts, maybe?
Sprouts?
Maybe.
Where is it?
Yeah, describe to where you go. Is it right in the heart of town that you go to?
It's by that crappy brunch place that's like the college one.
Hey. Don't you talk down on Village.
Not Village.
Doug's?
I don't know. It's got like a
Walnut Cafe?
Logo. No.
The Buff.
The Buff.
It's
by famous for lemonade.
That's Sprouts.
Yeah, Sprouts.
Yeah, Sprouts.
They had at their meat counter. They had a French onion soup burger, and I was like, "What the hell's that?"
Did you get it?
Yeah. That's pretty. It was good. I mean, you're not gonna like what I do. I eat hamburgers with just like it's not even a lettuce burger. I just like have lettuce and then I have the burger and then I have pickles and I just eat it with a fork.
Deconstructed.
I'll be honest with you, Timbo, I rock with that heavily. Yeah. And in fact, we have leftover burger and dogs still from Sunday. I will be eating more of those today.
Yeah. I like anything that's one ingredient. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's just meat.
Well, I saw what you did yesterday. It was bread, patty, mustard, bread.
Yeah, I can tell you. I'm telling you right now. I put it on a bun because I didn't want anyone to like talk to me about it. And I was like, if they talk to me about it, because I put everything to the side. Like if I do it like a burger, pickles, and mustard, I'm gonna have to talk about it. And I don't want to talk about it. So I was like, just put it on the bun. So it's normal.
You influenced me. I went and did the exact same thing. It was great. Low fuss. You know.
I don't like a lot of stuff going on. You know what
I'm
I
with
mean?
you.
I'm reverting into a child. Like I'm nearing not wanting my foods to touch.
Timbo, for the record, I don't want my shit to touch either, unless there's something you would naturally mix.
Well, unless it's a bowl, which is the only other version of things I like, where it's just a bunch of stuff in a bowl. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I have to say it. The Trader Joe's French onion soup you can get frozen is stellar. Just on that subject.
What's your favorite? Like thing you eat off, like eating vessel?
I have I think we got it from H Mart. It's a little, I'm not sure what it would be called. You certainly could put soup in it, but you could very easily put a salad or like rice and chicken in it. It's like a low bowl.
So I have these bowls that are maybe that big and they have low sides.
You got it. That's it.
Like they're almost a plate.
Yeah.
The only problem that I have with them is that if you're trying to cut something inside them, it's a little bit
hard to get in there. Yeah.
But I call them dog bowls because that's what they look like.
Yeah. I think we're talking about the exact same thing.
Everybody vies for the dog bowls. We have 2 of them. That's not enough dog bowls. In fact, I told Abby, throw away the plates. I just want dog bowls.
Dude, I'm with you.
I don't need the other bowls either. I don't use them.
Yeah.
I use the dog bowls exclusively for everything.
Funny. Michelle and I also will vie over this one bowl we have as well. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I use the only thing I use plates for, to be honest with you, is prepping meals. Very rarely am I eating my food on a plate.
I would like to have serving dishes, no plates. Like, because I like to bring it out. Like, oh, I'm finished with this thing I cooked. I put that in one area and that's done. And I like to have that, so I serve it off of that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I see. And then you're eating it off of.
That would be my dream setup. 4 serving plates, 4 dog bowls,
and that's
forks only. Maybe knives, but just a couple.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I only use one knife to cook. It's kind of like even with painting now. I've been like, I could get rid of the brush. I only use 2. I use 2. I don't need more than that. There's an occasional use, but like it doesn't come up enough that.
You get your workhorses, baby. Yeah. You have your Kafka quill.
Yeah.
Any sign painters.
Oh, nice. Gorgeous.
Sick. Man. Okay. Yeah, but more or less it's the same bowl. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, dog bowl. What do you like, Cole? You like a dog bowl?
It's very similar. It's we got them in Kapabashi. You know that district by Ginza? It's like all the cooking supply stuff.
Yeah. We know different parts of Tokyo.
And
we've been out that way, Timbo, but we don't know it.
Someone listening is going to be like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
We know 2 neighborhoods.
But there's we
know Shibuya, and we know specifically where you can walk from that hotel. I know the Scramble, and I know the surrounding area, and that's about it.
We know like a 3-mile radius that we've walked all over.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
These are funny.
But you got it in this cooking district.
They're probably yay big.
Yeah.
And then they have
good start.
They're like flat, and then have a very 90-degree top around it with a little rounding, and they're like green. So they're basically like a dog bowl. But I like because it's not a huge plate. I'm with you guys. I hate eating on plates because the shit falls off.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
We need to start a ceramics business where we make dog bowls.
Yeah,
honestly, I think what we're finding,
not other stuff.
It's the only thing people want.
Small cups,
not big cups.
Small cups.
My thing, I've told you this, is we got a set. They're from Crate and Barrel. I think they're very inexpensive.
Yeah,
just clear. There's big guys that have the ridges, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Middle guys that have the ridges, and then we got these tiny little tumblers that are no ridges, full clear, just straight up and down, right angles.
Yeah.
That is the best little guy to drink out of. Whether I do a couple of things of ice with some kombucha or something, that's my treat.
So I have these ones. They're basically like I don't know where we got them. They're like French like wine glasses, but there's no stems. They're like this big.
Yeah.
Yes.
Opens maybe that big. We're talking like, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that big, very thin glass. Like I could bite it, no problem. I could.
I could
eat
glass.
the glass. I do. Yeah.
Munch on it.
I like it very delicate. You know what I mean? And I have 200 sips of water throughout the day from the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 gulps. You know what I mean? Or it's a gulp if you're thirsty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I like that. So then I have a lot of different things that go in and out of those. But the things I'm down to 1 because I broke all the other ones.
Yeah.
So. It's an important glass, so I need glasses like that.
We talked about this, Timbo, and you'll also understand, Cole, because you and Sophie have been married for a while, but you've lived together for a minute. And Michelle and I are at this point where it seems like everything has come to a head exactly right now. Our couch is torched. Both of our animals.
This happens in adult life a lot, where you hit a point where like everything's digged.
Everything needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
It's not like dire, you know what I mean? But like everything has reached the point to where it's like, okay, we might have the lifespan of this might be done for us, you know? Yeah. Couch, we just replaced some bedding because we wore through the bedding. All of our plates and shit are, chipped up because we got them when we first moved in together.
Yeah. And it's like once you notice this, you're like, everything in my life is fucked, and now I start spinning out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, it's either that or I drop $8,000 to fix this.
Well, and that's the thing. The only fix is like expensive.
Yeah. And it's like just shy of $10,000 to fix it every single time. You're like, to do all of this at the same time so that I don't have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be light for a little bit.
Yeah. I think what I'm envisioning
you gotta do it. There's nothing that feels better.
Well, we're staying in this house through this lease, and then we're moving. And I think it might be worth it to just start saving aggressively. 1, for the move, but 2, knowing when we move, shit that we don't love, we're throwing it away, dude. Like period. Or like straight up, we don't even have a yard sale. We'll just put it up. You can come take whatever you want. Yeah. But I think if we could just kind of power through and then just do a clean break, you know what I mean? Like I'm talking bedding. Everything that I just named and then some. Just sort of reset. Have like cooking supplies, our pots and pans, dude. Mm-hmm. I need to reset.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it too is what we've inherited. Yeah. And now we're in our 30s and we don't need that. We can buy our own things. Yeah. And I think we should. So.
No, that makes sense.
It's time for the all clads, baby. And the thing is, you don't even need the set. You need like 3 things. You need a big one, medium one, and 2 pans.
Easy.
Yeah. 4 items. It's nothing.
Where are we at with nonstick? Do you use nonstick?
I just use stainless steel.
Just stainless.
Yeah, you just have to wait a minute.
You just got to get it hot enough, and that works, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's what we do. We just use stainless. I have a carbon steel.
I got one of those too. Not carbon steel. I had one nonstick. I think.
One nonstick?
Yeah, for like eggs and shit.
Which we use. We'll just use the stainless steel, but the carbon steel I like, but it's so much fucking work. Yeah. You have to season it constantly.
Yeah.
It's like one time Sophie leaves it in the the sink, and it's it's fucked. I have to start over.
Just
and it's
rusted and shit?
Constant seasoning. We're like, at least a cast iron, it holds better, but we just have the all clad I don't forget what they are, but it's like we use the same 4 things.
If you've got time, you just pop into Home Goods whenever you're around there. They got all clad shit all the time for cheap. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You just can't you gotta piece it out
exactly.
little. But
well, that's the thing. I agree with what you guys are saying.
I didn't do it.
We mostly don't do a set. We have the 2 or 3 pans that get used heavily, and then the rest are there as like an auxiliary thing that gets used maybe once every 3 months.
Yeah.
Or like maybe around the holidays if we're gonna prep something to bring somewhere. You know what I mean? But like largely. I don't know. I could be down to wipe it all, start fresh. So I don't know. It's kind of exciting, but it is like Timothy said. It is overwhelming. It takes up too much space. But you're there and you're like, fuck, dude. I hate it all. It's all dirty. I just want to get rid of it all. It's all Because again, I inherited. You know how much things I've bought for myself that are in that kitchen before living with Michelle. Nothing. Everything I have has been old that roommates left when they moved out, and I just was like, well, I'll use this then. Yeah. And I still have it. So
you gotta just spend some money. Just spend some money. I'll go with you. We'll
Where you want to go?
Together. I think I can.
You want to go to Crate & Barrel?
Influence you. No, we'll go around town. We don't need to go to one place and be done.
We'll go to Peppercorn.
You know what you do is you take Abby if you really want to make this a.
Well, because Abby likes to spend money.
Put down.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't I know?
Down. Abby's good at spending money. Yeah. I'm awful at it.
Yeah.
So.
I have a very limited budget for myself, is what it is, and I don't know what happens with the rest.
In fact, you know what? In terms of, playing the game, and there's something in this building as we speak that I will be buying when we wrap up this podcast. Lemaire boxy jacket in black, if it's big enough.
Just wait, buddy.
Size
because
49.
Every single time he does this and he tries to no, it doesn't fit. Why did you build it up for so long? Why did you've convinced yourself, but I know you haven't done any research. You probably didn't look to see what the measurements were or what anything. It's just, this is
it's either going to work or it's not. I don't need to think about it.
All your eggs in this basket.
Yeah, and then if it doesn't work, then I don't. But I have been really yearning for a black denim-esque jacket.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I get this boxy, it still leaves the opportunity to get one of these guys in black if I can find one or something, So anyway, that's about that. What else did you do this weekend?
I may have exited my denim coat era. I've noticed lately.
I'm really sad to hear that.
I know what you're saying. I don't know what to tell you.
Because we both said that we're gonna grow old and be that guy.
Might still be the guy.
Really good.
I'm saying this minute, I don't know what to tell you.
It's summer.
I'm just not going to them at all.
Yeah.
And they feel funny on me. I need softer materials. I've exited hard clothes material.
You've really been in your James Coward shit, dude.
Well, first of all, everything fits. All the colors are my color palette. Mm-hmm. I can buy blind and I'm fine.
That's what you do.
It's stuff I actually wear.
It comes out and Timothy's allowed to do this because he is CEO. He'll be like, all right, that's mine. That's mine. He takes it before you receive it.
I don't ever do this.
No, never.
It's pretty much Lemaire and James Coward at this point that I even do it to.
Similarly to how Miss Shannon or you or other people in my life would be like, Chase, just fucking buy the thing, dude. You know what I mean? Because Miss Shannon would be like, you never buy things. You talk about buying things and then you don't buy them. And so just buy the thing if you want it. I feel like I am also urging you, like, dude, get it, treat yourself, buy the thing. Because how many times have you also?
I'm just calculating. I don't think people problem pulling the trigger. I don't want. How many things do you see me buy that I have to sell? Because I'm like, I don't know, man. It's fucking. It was too weird. I did too much.
Sure. But also,
I gotta deal with it. I got stuff I gotta deal with right now.
To give you some flowers, I don't think people understand how many times that an item has come in. And something has happened with either an inventory mix-up or something, and Timothy will then sell his that he's never worn but pulled for himself. And so, that happens virtually every time we have a special drop or a release or something. You're like, well, fuck it, they can have mine. You know what I mean? So I think I like to urge you to buy more shit, but
I truly I love clothes, but I'm telling you what I like. It's the same thing with when I was involved in music and stuff. I like selling stuff. I like the act and the process of doing that as much as I do collecting personally.
Oh, I agree.
Collecting personally is sort of secondary to me, really. I just don't have that. People are like, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't ever think about it. I love looking at them. I love picking out the stuff. I love doing all the things. I love getting the shoots together. I love all that stuff. Yeah. But the owning and the collecting, I don't really care. You know what I mean? I just sort of have a uniform and I like the uniform and I
think, I completely agree with you. And the collecting is something that I want to touch on. And this might actually be an apt topic for a clothing podcast, which is hardly our clothing podcast. But I'm constantly battling
lifestyle podcast.
Yeah, I'm constantly battling with, I want to have less in my closet. I want a black denim jacket. And so anyway, I was looking through my closet, and if you're listening to this and these items interest you, feel free to shoot me a DM. They could be yours. I have a couple things that I've been collecting, Timbo, for the reason of, well, I love this and it meant a lot to me for so long. And there's some things that Michelle inherits, which I love. I love when she wears my stuff, and I like giving my things to her in particular or anybody around here. And you've seen it, Cole, if I put things on the Discord and it doesn't sell that day, I walk to you and I say, if this fits you, it's yours. And you have probably 10 of my things at this point since starting, dude. Like, you really inherited a lot of my things. And that makes me happy. But there's things that I'm holding on to for a sentimental value. I have the EG collab jackets, the OG blue and black ones. I love those jackets.
Both of mine given away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love those jackets, but I was just looking, I was like, fuck, I don't think I wore either of them more than once last winter, if I wore them at all. Now, part of that, I don't know. I don't have any rationale. I love the jackets, and that blue one in particular, I think I wore it every other day that first season, but I just didn't.
Right thing to do is like to hang on to these. If you love them, you hang on to them, and at some point you're gonna be like, oh, perfect, I'm back into this. You know what I mean? That's what happens. I just don't. Because this is too much. We don't need to explain this because I don't have a lot of room in my closet. So I don't keep a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then it's just sort of like when it gets maxed out, that's when I decide I got to move things along. So I'm like working around those.
Yeah. I feel you.
But if I have infinite space and I can put them in a different closet and not think about them, then it would be like, oh, just hang on to it. At some point, I'm going to be back into this. I guarantee.
Yeah. And maybe that is the move. And I do have a section in my closet where I have like various hoodies throughout the years that I'm not wearing in my daily rotation, but come winter, I absolutely do like to have 5 or 6 hoodies I'm wearing around the house that it's like my shoes. I step out of one room and step into another room to put on different shoes. You know, I just like am that way. But there's things like, that Atlantic parka, the Black Watch one.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't worn it since we went to Kyoto. I think I wore it when we traveled to Kyoto because I wore it specifically because it had pockets, to carry all my shit. And I haven't worn it since. And so like, I know fellas have offered me a lot of money for that. And I think that I might be willing to move it to get something else that I really love. And I'm trying to have less emotional attachment to my clothes unless I really fucking love it. Because if I loved it that much, I'd wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's a story I tell myself.
I think that's what I'm getting at is like the only time I feel good in clothes is once I've worn them a lot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they, the stuff that's like really good is like I like either don't sell it because I'm like it's very used. You know what I mean? So I don't, so I think that's where I'm just trying to get stuff that I will wear a lot. And I think that if you don't have much, you'll wear what you have a lot because you kind of have to.
Yeah.
So that's where I try to corner myself into doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, because like honestly, every day the way that I've been dressing, I'm trying not to wear things just because I haven't worn them because then I feel uncomfortable all day. It's just a denim jacket and fatigues. I've said 100 times, but that's really what I feel comfortable in. So I don't know. I'll save some of those things, but maybe I'll move some of those things too. I'm trying to decide what's a story I tell myself and what do I really care about. And then at that point, if it makes somebody else happier, like I know it's cheesy, but like I really would be happier if somebody bought one of those collab jackets off me, wore it a ton, than I would be to have it sitting in my closet not being worn.
Well, listen, everyone in the Discord that's like a small or medium needs to put alerts on my shit because I have to move a bunch of stuff that I haven't put anywhere yet.
What do you mean?
All that stuff.
Oh, all that shit?
It's all ready to go. I got to list it.
You know what you should consider? How are you planning to list it?
I don't know.
Because you could just do an album and drop it in Discord and just be like, here's pricing. I urge you to start there before going the eBay route.
I'll do it.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's so much stuff.
It kind of like makes
me
anxious.
If you're into like EG, Capital, Snow Peak, I forget what else is
I think there's even some Nanamika pieces in there.
Maybe.
Beams pieces. There's
Vism piece.
There's shit that like, if you like that stuff and you're a small medium, Timbo's got a lot of stuff that you're going to get.
A lot of stuff coming your way soon. I got
a lot of like accessories,
so many EG
too.
pants. If you like fatigues or like what is it, the aviator pant or whatever it
is,
I got so many.
There's some FAs if I remember correctly. If you're just a smaller medium EG and like you're down like this is archive shit. Like this is truly like if you there's so much stuff. So anyway,
this is a guy I used to sell like I sold stuff for him on eBay years and years ago. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he's like a crazy collector. So he had a lot at one point in time, because I sold stuff from him for years. I was the guy moving EG on eBay. Mm-hmm. That's just the reality. There was a time when I owned that market. Personally, because of him. Just to be clear, it was him and one other guy, but it was all EG.
I think that's the best way to put it. This is a collector's sale. Mm-hmm. Like this is clearly from a dude who's he's like, I want all of it as much as I can get. So anyway,
it's kind of specific stuff, because he would get into like a rhythm with it. It was like, I buy this pant, I'm buying 10 of them. I buy this jacket, I'm buying 10 of them. You know, so it's a lot of the same thing. But just
is he a Chicago guy?
Well, I don't know where he's living now. At one point, he was kind of Chicago-y. Another guy from New York I used to move EG for. You wouldn't believe the amount of EG this guy had. Couldn't believe it. Every single year he'd call me 15 pieces, no question. He'd been doing that since like they started.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
it's sick.
Shout out the guys.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
What'd you do this weekend outside of the birthday party? You have anything fun you did?
No, we had a friend in town.
Oh yeah,
a friend and her daughter in town. We hadn't seen them in a while. We went to the, what is it called? The Eldorado Pool or Eldorado Springs Pool?
Yeah.
Something like that.
You've not been there, right?
I've not been, but I am familiar with that. It was under construction for a handful of years.
Yeah, I think we got to get Chase to go before maybe summer ends.
You would love it, Chase.
I think you'd like it, because it's like the perfect amount. I was telling you, is like, it looks almost like it would be connected to like an old hotel or something. But it has like this kind of old glamour, but it's also like kind of shitty. You know what I mean? Like kind of trashy in like a perfect way.
There's a deep end?
Yeah.
How deep
there's
do
a
you
big
think?
diving board.
Yeah.
The diving board, Abby said you did it, Cole. The diving board is kind of intense because everyone watches you when you're on it.
No, because it's like a small enough pool.
So every time someone gets on the diving board, everyone looks.
Is it like a diving jump board, or is it like a platform you jump off into the water?
It's a diving board.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But it's not high. It's not.
No, and the spring's all right.
Yeah,
it's a little stiff.
How deep is the water?
In the spring every single time and stuff.
10 feet?
Probably
12?
11, 12.
Sweet spot.
It's a gradual. It's not like
sweet spot.
I told you I'm nasty on a diving board. I can do like a full front flip plus another rotation and dive in.
Dang.
Slick, no splash.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Did I ever tell you about the time my one friend, we went to Pine Lake? We had to have. I've talked about Pine Lake before.
Yeah, we talked about Pine Lake.
He did a backflip and fell on the diving board in front of everyone.
Oh wait, yeah.
I've definitely talked about it.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
He just tried to do a backflip and he fell. It looked like, and he just was like on top of the board, completely collapsed. He had every single part of his body looked like it took sandpaper to it.
Oh god,
you look so dumb. You can dive, Timothy. Like when I say that, like you can jump into water head first with your hands and do a dive.
You asked me if I can do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cole, you can.
I grew up my best friend had a pool in his house, and it was the rarest thing ever. He had it was like little diving boards. It's not like that nice. It just sounds. But
as a kid,
he had a diving board, so we were diving all the time. We could do like, what do they call them, like 1.5s and stuff, and
it's sick.
We could do them backwards and forwards. I don't know what I can do now. I've never even thought about what that motion would feel like. But I'm sure I could still dive.
Yeah. You ever
I'm
met
not
people
going to. It's too intimidating there.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I don't give a fuck, dude.
I feel like on like a dead day, if there was like 10 people there, it'd be perfect.
Maybe we need to take like a Wednesday afternoon off and drive.
And just do it.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Like let's go out there and swim, even if it's just for an hour. I don't give a fuck if anybody's watching me. I'll jump off that and at least do a big ass dive. You know what I like to do is when you take a floaty and you jump as high as you can and try to
go
slip through the hole in the floaty. You know what I mean?
Good way to break your neck.
Or blow the thing up.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I love that shit. Oh my god.
They got like hot dogs and corn dogs too, so it's right up your alley.
My language, yeah.
So we did that. We just like hung out, and I mean, Abby and her did like they went to like the farmer's market and stuff like that.
Cool.
Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more or less same out our way. We
mostly prepping for the party and stuff, and then driving back and forth from the airport, all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Just had a busy weekend.
Yep.
Been a crazy week. We did the same. We came out for the birthday party, but beyond that, just went to Whole Foods and.
He did wear the Globetrotters jersey.
I wore my Harlem Globetrotters jersey.
I was gonna take a photo.
Shit's long. Yeah, how do we not have a photo of me?
I did notice it was like tight in the shoulder. Not tight, but like it was like not loose up top, but long.
Yeah, long.
Like for a much longer human being.
Yeah.
It's for a 6'7" athlete.
Yeah.
You know? I could fill out the XL in terms of volume, but not the length. I'm not 6'7". As much as I fucking wish I was. I would kill to be 6'7", dude. You guys have no. I would put on a fucking clinic. If I was 6'7" right now, I would between the hands dunk by the end of the day.
If the money was crazy, would you get your shit extended?
No, that's too much against my supplements and shit. Realistically, if and I could do this and I just should, like I should just start jumping rope for the next year and just dunk before it's too late in my life.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Sure.
I like that.
Sure.
That's all we did though. Nothing else to report.
Okay. All right. What kind of questions are we answering today?
I got a whole little smorgasbord.
It does.
And we're at we got some time to do them. Okay, if there was one brand that we carry that you had to wear for the rest of the year, what brand would it be?
The year?
Yeah.
Well, probably just James Coward right now. I'm already doing it.
Just full James Coward.
Yeah, I need to, because we haven't had them that long. I need to fill the collection out more with like pants and sweaters and things like this.
Because you just got tops.
As soon as we're there, I didn't get pants. The one pant didn't fit me quite right, and I also have like 3 other pants that are almost identical, so I didn't get the pant. Well, no, we got the jeans and stuff.
Yeah, the 5 pockets are cool.
Yeah. It's not an old 505, so I don't know if how deep do I want to commit? You know, if I want to break, I want to break. I've already got that part of my body figured out. I have 1 pair of shorts and 55 pairs of 505s, so I'm pretty covered bottoms wise. So I don't know. I guess, but probably that. I mean, that or Lemaire. Like we've already talked about it today. Those are like no branders. Again, I'm a color palette person, and I just want it to fit in a way where I'm like, I'll wear this a lot. As soon as I put something on, I can tell you if I'm going to wear it a lot or not. If I have to fuss with it at all, or it's bothering me one time, it's going to bother me forever.
Yeah. That's it, dude. I think that's it. That's how I feel about all this shit. In my
Great dog.
I know that is a good dog.
Great dog.
No tail too, you know.
Australian
just
Shepherd.
A little dog
Great
butt.
dog.
Or a little bear butt.
That guy doesn't seem like a great guy.
No. Pocket on the foot.
That guy's crazy. Holy shit.
It would just be one of those two. Again, fits the color palette, fits right.
Yeah.
I know my sizing in it. I'm hard committed on sizing. All good to go.
What about you, Chase?
For me,
yeah,
it's an obvious answer, but I have logic behind it.
Okay.
I know what's coming for Orslo for fall, and it's just bangers upon bangers upon. It's the strongest season we've ever seen from Orslo, and that seems to be the cadence that they have. But there's so much breadth in this that there isn't in other shipments of Orslo for seasons. We've got like knit sweaters and shit, as well as hoodies and crew necks, so that kind of covers a different ground. Dozens of really nice pairs of pants, either repeats or new. I love these type of dogs.
Like a Whippet?
Yeah. Is that what it is? I thought that was
an Italian.
Looks like a Whippet mixed with a Bourgeois or whatever those are. You know, Borzoi.
I think that's a pronunciation. Borzoi.
Borzoi. That might not be how you spell it. But anyway, those dogs are cute. Long ass snout.
Yeah.
I would do Orslo.
Yeah. I think it's like the Toyota of... If that's a car company,
I think that's such a great way of thinking of Orslo, and it's not even. There's nothing derogatory about that. What you're saying is like everybody. I was actually
quality for the price cannot be touched. No question.
Period.
If you're into denim, great fits, great washes, all over the map too. You can cover a lot of ground with that. If you're not into it, there's plenty of other options. There's plenty of options to dress it up. There's plenty of options to dress it down. It all kind of follows, but it all looks good together.
Even like the light simple jacket is like a blazer shape. It's a blazer silhouette. So if you had to...
As brands go, and I've obviously done this a long time, and I've worked with Orslo for a long time, so I'm a bit biased here. But I really think of all the brands I've seen and touched and seen, messed with and carried and gotten rid of and blah blah blah. That's without a doubt the most consistently strong thing that you can imagine as far as it like touching a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? The only thing that maybe it doesn't touch is like the extreme high, like or high end or like more fashion. But I'd say as far as like things you're actually going to buy and wear all the time, it's number one suggestion.
Maybe the most hyper wearable brand in our offerings. Like truly like, and wearable both like. It's for every guy or girl for that matter, it's kind of for everybody.
And that's the thing. It's probably the best fitting unisex brand that we have. Like it really does work on kind of everybody.
Yep. I mean, when we were in Japan, Michelle got because they, the Beams boy store had both Beams / Orslo collab items for women, or they also just had straight up Orslo women's. Yeah. And she got the matching denim top and bottom. I'm like, damn, that is like, it's so sick. Every time she wears it, it fits her perfectly. Like, it's just dope. Orslo is just dope around the board, and it's hyper wearable. And you should wear it. Yeah. Like, it's one of those things, like you say, like, it only gets better with wear, and it's not just like the cheesy thing that people like to say on Instagram. It's like it actually really just only gets better with wear.
So, totally.
Orslo through and through. Closely followed by like a Harrell.
Yeah.
Harrell or
Harrell's great too. Yeah.
Harrell this season's really fucking hot. So I want everybody to start spinning their gears on Harrell wherever you are.
Ooh, we're gonna have some Harold on the way after I go in there and pay him.
Are you for real? Mm-hmm. Sick.
I just gotta go. I gotta do all that, but I gotta go after this. I'll do that.
Sick. That's really exciting. Yeah.
No, I mean, I kind of assumed that was already the answer.
What would you do, Cole? You'd probably do Orslo too?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's funny because I was like looking back at, okay, what have I bought mostly here? And when I did the 10 essentials, I was like, it's straight. Or all my pants, it was like my pants prior to working here and then after working here, and it's all Orslo now. And I have no regrets.
Orslo pants are the best pants.
Yeah.
It's just truth. And we've said it before, but I'll say it again, is the reason... I think when it turned and I was like, oh man, Orslo is actually like the best brand. Back in the day, we had a lot of offerings, both domestic and otherwise, for denim pants. And you could have, everything was much more in-store at that point. Our online hadn't grown and we were much more an in-store place. So it was like a lot of the information and feedback we got were from fellas immediately trying shit on in the store. And you could send in a pair of every other pair of jeans and then a pair of Orslos. And I would say 9 times out of 10, the guy who came out in the Orslos feeling best in those. It's what they bought. It's what they looked best in. Like it was just a no-brainer. And we just slowly chipped away, got less and less into the other shit and just more into the Orslos because that's what everybody was gravitating towards. So
yeah, it's kind of always been the case. I just think that like they cover so much ground in one brand without like alienating who they are at all.
Yeah.
I'd say like, and it's like, and then Harold's just like, if you want to step up the fabric choice, there you go. You know what I mean? So the washes are going to be a little bit more detailed, a little bit more authentic. The finishing's a little bit more, considered. You get into like, like cashmeres, things like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that one thing that Orslo doesn't, Harold's the one for that. You know what I mean? And everything that if you want to stay right in the middle where it's like, I can wear this every day. I'm not going to be scared to wear it at all. Yeah. I'm actually going to like live in it. Orslo's like literally perfect. So, yeah. No, I mean, you get it's as like cost per use or whatever they say, that's probably the best investment you can make.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
And like, actually I have a request for people out there after they get done looking for that bike. I need a new footwear plan. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not happy with anything.
What do you mean? With what you physically are wearing?
I've worn these. I've had 6 pair, I think, of the
Zurichs. Damn. You have some Kyotos too, right?
I have Kyotos.
Kyotos from a while ago.
Yeah. But really, I moved into more of this. It was just a better fit for me, ultimately.
They're a little more light on the feet. The Kyotos are a little more heavy
because
duty.
Because of the Velcro and all that shit. Yeah. But aesthetically, they're really cool.
Yeah.
I got used to these and then I loved them and I've always been like some kind of Birkenstock situation. I've always done that. I need like a floppy shoe like that would complement the fact that I'm pretty much wearing Le Maire and James Cowers. You know the look and the vibe of the things. So something like, I know, and everyone's going to shout out Aurora, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's an obvious
choice. Those are potentially
choice.
Cool. I don't love the back. I'd rather they were backless, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe if it looked like that, it's pretty much just a Birkenstock then. But I don't know. I don't know if I need to see something new. I've done Converse forever, and I'll always keep like a pair of the black one. I have a pair I'm currently wearing in a backup ready to go. So those aren't going anywhere. Did Vans for a while, but just sort of,
naturally moved on,
I guess, or I'm just, I still love them. I mean, I was just thinking, I'll go get a pair of Authentics.
Make that statement that we were talking about yesterday.
Oh no, I decided I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to. I don't want to bother anyone. You know what I'm saying?
But
listen, like if you're keyed into what's going on in the fashion world, listen, we don't pat ourselves on the back barely ever. You know what I mean?
No.
But somebody's listening to this goddamn podcast because things just keep coming up that are like, we talked about that and it's too specific for it to not have been, it's happened too many times and too specifically for it to not be someone's biting our shit a little bit.
Yeah. So
it's all right. We're flattered.
So as this plays internal office,
he immediately fucking blows it after that. Now you got to bleep it.
Oh wait, you didn't say?
No.
Damn. It's okay.
Bleep it. It's funnier if you bleep it.
Yeah. That's funny as fuck.
But yeah, it's getting a little annoying, I would say.
Timbo, what's
just pay us.
Yeah.
You got money. You got money. Just give us some money. You can give him gift cards.
Yeah. I'd prefer it.
Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
740 Pearl Street, Boulder, Colorado, 80302. I'd love whatever you can send from Omaha Steaks, edible arrangements, preferably Omaha Steaks. That sounds great. So go ahead and send that over here. Yeah, I'll share it with the team. I'll share it with the team. Or
he's going to give us the pork chops or something. You know what I mean?
No, I would keep those.
You're not giving us anything.
We're getting ground beef.
That's immediately loading it in your car.
You know what, though, Cole? I'm dead serious, buddy, because you're the guy who would do this with me. If you ever just want to go on an Omaha Steaks order, I'd love to
don't litigate this right now. I can already feel where this is going. It's too much.
I would love to go in on an Omaha Steaks order with someone.
What were we talking about? Anyone's got any shoe suggestions? It feels like where I need to go next. I don't know what to do.
Is it because you don't want to wear what I'm wearing, but like Wallabies feel like
Wallabies
also perfect.
Just don't fit me right, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Every time I have them, I'm like they're a little off on me. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I still have a pair of maple suedes in the mix, you know. But and I do them now and then. You've seen it.
Yeah.
It's not an everydayer for me though. I don't know what it is. I don't know what.
Because I've turned a corner where if I don't wear my Wallabies, I can tell that I didn't because my feet and my legs are fucking fatigued. Yeah. Like when I wore I got those Vans old schools, those 36s.
I don't have this problem. I don't know what you got cooking with that foot of yours, but
well,
I don't have that.
They're also bummy and historically.
I love flat shoes. That's what feels most comfortable to me.
Cole was just saying the same thing. He thinks his catch balls and should have really.
Yeah, once I got the old slip-ons and the catch balls, I'm like, because I've been a New Balance guy for years now.
And that's what I need. I need a mix-up. I know we have cool shoes. I know I can, but I have catch balls and I have Converse and I have Vans and like all those kind of fall into like the same. Like I'd use them in the same way. Sure. I've got 1 million pairs of Birkenstocks. I have thongs. I have the regular sandal, whatever, the Arizona. I've got Kyoto. I've got Zurich. I've got yada yada. I've covered. I've got a million Bostons. But I'm just getting. It's like I need something different. I need to mix it up. We need a new shoe trend.
What if you went full just into the horse bits and just became a horse bit only guy?
The only thing is, I feel like what I need is a flatter horse bit.
Instead
you know what I mean? Like sometimes they're a little like high.
Well, because me and you have the same lug sole one.
Yeah, that's good.
And the original one's like the leather bottom.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want leather bottom. I know it's fine. It's just I never end up wearing leather bottoms because they drive me a little crazy.
Yeah, you're slipping everywhere.
Yeah. I never get them where I want them to. And by the time I do, you're like, great, I got a hole in the bottom. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If anyone's got anything that they've seen on the periphery of what I should be into, let me know. Just not a sneaker. I don't want a sneaker.
No sneakers.
Not even like a plain sneaker. I want to be in the leather category only. Kind of boring. I'd say that's where I need to think. I want something like classic that we bring back. You know what I mean? Something like nobody's thought of in a little while. That's a tall order, but
some horse bit shoe, I
need something
swashbuckle shoes.
Yeah, I need something like not a loafer, but I need it to feel like what I want it to feel rich but lazy. So if anyone's got any ideas cooking out there,
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
You could get those.
I'm thinking about it.
You know, they're like the Cole Haan. Like I think they're like the Lunar Glide. They're like basically a sneaker bottom, but then top has like
the Nordstrom Rack
something
special.
Yeah, like that's like the old man special.
Every guy here that works at tech jobs got them.
Oh yeah.
Or if he's not wearing them currently, they're around. He's got them around. Yeah. He tore the holes in the lunar bottoms. You know, like the Gloxy cut.
I know what you need, Timbo. Let's get you a pair. I know you said no sneakers, but a pair of Flyknits or some Nike Frees.
You bring those back?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Some Roches.
See, no sneak. Yeah, you. I feel like honestly, you put a pair of Roches on, I think you'd be uncomfortable with how great you felt.
I would like it, dude.
Yeah,
I really would.
See that lizard on that guy? That got a lizard pin on his hat. It's kind of tight.
I thought you were calling him a wizard because he had long hair.
Well, I mean, I don't know what his profession is.
How dare you assume his profession?
Okay. What other question we got?
Do you guys think there's a difference between a fad and a trend?
Yes. If I were to define it the way that I think about it, a fad is something that is like a flash in a pan that happens for 2 or 3 months, and a trend is something that is a more of an overarching idea for a period of time.
Yeah, right? I think you're close. To me, I think that's about where I'd land, is like fad is something fun to participate in for like a season. You know what I mean?
Like respectfully, I think Labubus are a fad.
Sure.
They might even...
It's fun to participate in. Mm-hmm. Well, and I don't think you know until you know. And that's the problem is like, is it going to be quick or is it going to be, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I do think that like a fad to me has a participatory level that like a trend doesn't. A trend's something where you see like one thing a billion different ways.
Yep. Chunky shoes.
Sandals is kind of what's happening right now.
Waterproof, Gore-Tex, etc.
Yeah.
Those are trends.
Yeah.
Fads are things
there was a lot of different variations of the Gorp trend. Like it's still happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt.
Still, I think that's a trend where it's not, I think people think of trends as like in and out, and that's what it is. I think that's more fads to me. Yeah. But there's a participatory element that a fad has that I don't see a trend as having. It's not asking you to participate. It's a bigger cultural movement that's happening, and it's going to work its way through all the different channels, as opposed to a fad where it's not really supposed to. It exists in one channel, and you either want to be a part of something bigger, so you participate, or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas trends, like, it's going to touch you whether you like it or not. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Unless you're actively working against it, it will touch you.
Do you guys think there could be fads within trends? So, example, like chunky shoes. You get like, I don't know, like those disgusting Balenciaga ones. That that is a huge thing or something. You know?
that sneaker was part of the maximalist trend. That was the maximalist was the trend. That was the fad inside of the trend. You know what I mean? So I think so to a certain degree.
One informs the other.
Like within and out.
It's hard to say though, because like maybe that's just the wrong example. Because the chunky that really did happen in almost like every single. I can't think of anyone who didn't participate in that. You know what I mean? That didn't at least like take something they normally do and plump it up a little bit more, because that's where things
even
were at.
Visvim put out fucking platform skags.
I remember. What I mean? Yeah,
well, they're still putting them out.
Yeah, they still have them for sale.
Those big boys,
the honkers.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that like, I don't know if that's hard to say if that was a fad or ended up being a trend. I guess I would have assumed it was more of a fad. But I think that's how I would define it. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's how I think about it.
Yeah. No, I wanted to ask. I have an idea that I think for this month's Patreon podcast, we're going to maybe dissect deeper into that.
Okay.
But I was just curious, a little preliminary question here.
Yeah, I'd love to review some trends and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like trends. I think that's the coolest stuff. Like, it's like, I mean, like, because I think that like I'm saying, it touches everybody whether you like it or you can resist it all you want, but eventually your brand is going to have to make a choice. And there's very few brands who go, we're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very strong stance, which I appreciate also. Yeah. But like, it's a strong stance where you're like, well, we have to operate somewhere inside of this cultural movement that's happening. Otherwise, when you look back to like this, like, you know, couple of years of us making things, it's going to look like we were out of touch. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you kind of have to figure out how you work inside of it. And I think that's where it gets interesting, where you take like a cultural movement that's happening, and then somebody, let's just use Lemaire as the example, because I was talking about earlier, they see like, oh, I know how we can do that through our lens. Well, that's super interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what, I mean, if you look at fashion throughout any decade or whatever, like that's what it is. There's a trend happening, and then people figure out how they can exist in it. And they either define it, or they resist it, or they find a way to live in it. You know what I mean? But you don't have a choice to a certain degree. So
no, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I like it. Do we got time for more? Or are we
got
good?
one more.
Okay.
Yeah, hit us.
What part of your job or role at Canoe Club makes you feel the most grounded?
Grounded?
Grounded, yeah.
Both of us are very grounded people.
I wouldn't describe myself as grounded. Maybe though.
I'd say Chase and I can actually, I think, answer this together, or I'll answer it and I think he'll agree, is that we're both very good problem solvers.
I enjoy that aspect. I like when Timothy's like, hey, we just got to sit down and we just got to work through this right now. We're going to figure it out. I love that.
Especially I think we're both, I really work well with like, I say like yes men, which I don't mean like they say yes to anything, but they say yes to any idea of just trying
Let's try it.
Yeah. So Chase is very good at that. There's many other people in the business that are also good at that, and look, you need breaks and stuff. You need people to tell you like, I don't know if, you know, you need that. But I'd say when it comes to like the initial version of problem solving, which I think is always messy, I want people with me that are like, yeah, let's try it. We'll see what happens, and then keep moving, and then we'll try it again, and then try it again. And let's
hear me out. What I'm about to say is going to sound crazy, but just hear me out. And when I finish, maybe you'll see what I mean, and pitch some crazy idea. And I'm like, well, that's not quite right, but with this nugget, we can do this, and it's fun. So yeah, I think that's it. I like any sort of challenge or problem. I don't look at problems as like, fuck, here's another thing. It's like, all right, cool, let's just figure it out, and then we get to do the work, which is the fun part. So let's fix it. Let's physically move the shit around, or let's
Yeah, I mean, that can be as like something as broad as like trying to figure out how to redefine community and what that means inside the business year after year, or it can mean like
hanging lights from the rack
because they all got broke and there's not enough light in one area.
Can't see in the new aisles we made or something. That's really fun. And like, we've talked about this, and we eventually are going to outgrow this studio, and we're going to have to move to a proper warehouse. And like, I'm excited for what that means. I was thinking like processes. We have these rolly racks, which kind of function as multiple different things. But if we had the space, from things that we've learned from a trip we took last year and stuff, I think that there's ways that we could make our systems even better if we just had a little bit of space. And I'm really eager to like try that. And we've talked about ways to maybe like how to backstock things that are like down coats and shit. And like we have some ideas around that and ways that it would make things easier and better. So the processes and working through problems and challenges.
It's like that, or like playing the what if game. Like, what if this was like this, or what if it's just like it's just playing hypotheticals until it's like, I think we could do it. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's fun. Yeah. That makes me feel
yank
good.
it out, and we're just gonna yank it out. We're gonna start from scratch.
Like the days that go by fastest, if that answers the grounding question or whatever, or at least because I think the point of that would be that you feel like most in the moment and not like you don't dread it, you don't think about it. Those are the days that go the fastest when we're working on stuff like that. So I'd say that would be.
Love it. And like, this is gonna sound silly, but I truly wholly mean it. Is like nothing makes me feel more like pure excitement than when the studio is organized.
I was just gonna say this
clean, dialed. Shout out Sage and Madison. When you were out of town, they were like, "Hey, we can just do it if you just like, are you cool with that?" I said, "Yeah, just do what you got to do." And 25 minutes later, it's like truly like, holy shit. It sets the tone. I get so excited. I can just see the racks are organized and shit from here, and it's like, man, what a treat, How lucky are we? So
we're very pro like kitchen setup kind of stuff where I want things very clean so that, and I understand everyone works differently, and you got to give some space, and the creative area is always a little nuts because it's got to be moved around and changed a bunch. But I think that like when everything's sort of right where it's supposed to be, it just mentally that just takes that off your, because there's nothing worse than like. What I hate is you go to start a project and you're like, I got to clean this up before I can even start. You know what I mean?
Cole,
you're losing creative energy doing that.
You took the shipping desk apart, yanked everything down, sanded down the wood to get it all free of burrs, reset it, rewired everything. And it's like, yeah, dude, we could ship 2,000 orders today if we had to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure we could just because it was clean. And that's one thing that is out of my brain. So
plus I love cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning is.
I would love a separate job where I just did like nighttime janitor. I love like putting a podcast in. I was gonna say, there's like a system to it. There's like where I keep all the stuff. I'd love it.
Yeah,
I'd thrive.
Yeah, I'm a very organized person, but we've said I'm not like the most like wiping down surfaces clean. But like my shit is organized at home.
Yeah, you're like
albeit cluttered.
You're like organized, not clean.
Yeah, I'm organized, not clean.
Yeah.
But my shit's where I expect it to be, and I've got right now. Actually, if you guys maybe I'll take a photo. My little office is brimmed with plants. Just so many fucking plants. I have no more room. There's no more surfaces. Every we have all those stools. Like the old ones. I got 2 of those at my house. Plants on those. Every single shelf I have. There's no other place to put plants, and I'm eagerly wanting more. So anyway, it's clean-ish. Messy to some people, but makes perfect sense to me. So
I don't think anyone's gonna be surprised by that information you're passing.
What about you, Cole? What, as a guy who's joined us, we are coming up on. Today is the 12th of August, so.
It'll be a year in like
in 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah,
you will have been with us for a year. What are some things that make you feel most grounded here? What if we could simplify it, what makes you feel good about your job when you're here doing it?
I mean, I think I resonate with you guys. I think that's also why I was so excited to start here. Was the idea of problem solving, because we kind of have that. It's just like it's a startup. I hate to say it's a startup because we're not, but it's like that same feeling of like you're just every day there's a problem that's happening.
Startup is like the terminology now. We know it as DIY.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, DIY. That's what we do. Don't bastardize our hard work by calling it a startup.
We're DIY.
Yeah.
And I think I love that part of it. I also think the simple things, it's like, sometimes doing boxes sucks, but it's like to have it and make it all where I'm like, okay, we're set up, we're here and we're ready. That feels good to have that. I love organizing clothes. Doing like inventory counts with Sage. I love doing that too. But for me, it's just the hands-on element. My last job, it was so everything on the computer, could never actually feel or like end of the day what you actually did, you know? And I think every day having a huge thing of boxes and seeing that go and touching the clothes that everyone's
it's
ordering.
A very like palpable result, you know, or like not palpable. You can like measure it. Like cool, all of those boxes stacked higher than we are by the garage door, waiting for Chad to come pick them up. That's because you work
cool,
and that's the outcome. And it's cool. It's like building a house.
We've always had sort of this type of job. I told Abby when she started here because she had come from a different background, like a more corporate background, and I was like, the thing that's difficult about this job, in my opinion, is how it's very addicting. In that it's got so much like work reward. Like, you know, we'll do a YouTube video and then we'll see the sales change because of that. Or we'll have a sale and you see it all. Everyone's on top of it. It all gets handled. You see that you pack the boxes. You see what people buy. You get feedback from people very directly with using people's names because of how we do things. And we take it directly out to a UPS guy that we know. It's like every single aspect feels like a reward for the work. You know what I mean?
And the relationships, like you said, like the UPS guy we know, like I love, that's like, we take 10 minutes and chit chat with him every day. It's it's really good business wise to have that relationship.
We've never not been close with a delivery person.
We have never not been close.
It's one of the most important people that's involved in the business that doesn't work for us.
Going back to early days, I mean, obviously our USPS guy, which we fucking love, he's been our shooter ever since. But all the people we've worked with at UPS throughout the years, whether it takes some time or not, they end up in our fold. You know what I mean? Chad has listened to the podcast and watched some of the YouTube. It's fun. Very weird. He was chatting with Cole yesterday because he wants to start a fantasy football podcast next year. I was like, well, Chad, obviously come on and be a guest. But he's like, well, what do I need to do? And so he was giving a rundown, but
he's a talker too. He'd be great.
It's just cool, you know, to have those relationships and be like, I legitimately value that person. There's a business aspect, but he's now a friend of mine, like legitimately. I love Chad. And it's just fun to chit chat. By the way,
I'm going to co-host the fantasy football podcast with him.
I think it'd be great.
I just know nothing.
He'd love it.
Starting out, I don't know anything.
And you just
I
ask
don't know
questions.
Names. I'm not even sure I could name like more than 5 football teams. And I'll just.
Oh, you could.
Chase, I think that if we did this, I really don't think I can. I think like basketball, I'm fine. Soccer, I'd be okay, depending on what we're talking about. There's so many, but I could do that okay.
I wonder if I could name 10 MLS teams. I'm pretty sure I could, but we don't need to go down.
Change them a lot too.
I was going to say, or I think the league has grown and they've added to it quite a bit because it's the retirement league for all international superstars. I have a question. I was going to put out this is a request to our listeners. I am obviously so fucking obsessed with football now. The last 2 years of fantasy and dynasty have really but I'm like deep in it. I've been watching preseason. It was awesome to watch Shador have a good handful of snaps with Cleveland. That was fun. I don't even care. I'm going to watch CU football regardless. I just like CU football because we live here. It's cool.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I'm listening to these fantasy podcasts. I'm listening to like Fantasy Pros and then something else fantasy related.
You don't probably, but the scene in A Clockwork Orange where he's got
I won't watch that movie.
Opened up. That is me having to listen to a fantasy football podcast.
That movie is disgusting, and I don't understand.
It does suck.
I don't understand.
Back and you're like, this is bad.
I tried.
The film. It's pretty. It's shot well. Blah blah blah. But the whole thing is really. It's not. We got to throw that one out.
Yeah, we need to throw it out, and it needs to stop being people's identity. That's like the coolest movie you've ever seen because it's fucking disgusting, and the way it starts out. I'm not going to say it out loud, but it's like I turned it off. Michelle and I tried watching it a couple years ago. I was like, this is what people are going on about. Turn this fucking trash off. Trash movie, bad movie, not cool. It's just for signaling. Beyond that,
Stanley Kubrick's got The Shining and that part of 2001: Space Odyssey.
Again, tried, couldn't get through the first 30 minutes. You might be able to
throw the rest away, to be honest.
Let's move on. That dude's not a genius. The Shining was great.
Shining was amazing.
The moon landing.
If that were true, then he is a genius. If he faked the moon landing and he's the guy behind that, then I'll eat crow.
That's more impressive.
But otherwise, Clockwork Orange is fucking disgusting.
Come out and say it, you nerd. Come out and say it. I would have told so fast.
Grow up, dude. Grow up.
Tell us.
Grow up.
At least tell Chase and I.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, so I'm listening to these fantasy podcasts, and my only complaint is I think it's really rich with information, and I like them for that, and I can have them on in the background, and I can tune out or tune in, and it's cool, and I get to take in information. They're deep in the fold, and it's fun to help me plan my draft picks for this fantasy or trades I want to make in my other dynasty league that's here, and that's really cool. But my only complaint is it's so dorky in that these are just dudes that are like just getting paid, and all they do is do this year round. They're running mock drafts in summer season, and they're creating their own lineups through an aggregate of information they're getting. Where is the fantasy football podcast that is like me and Timbo? You know what I mean? It's just some buddies who really love football but are just like warm friends. So if somebody has that, I'm eager for that. I've asked Google's AI thing, and this is how I came across this, but I just want the guys that talk about fantasy football, but also talk about their weekend and just like, you know what I mean? Like I while I am going to continue listening to these fellas I've come across, I want the grassroots version. Yeah. You know what I mean? The fellas that like, this is not their full-time job. They do it once a week or twice a week, but it's not their full-time job. I want that because I mean, that's my favorite kind of podcast, is just fellas chatting, So I just wanted to put that out there to the group. If anybody has a recommendation for just like a warm feeling podcast, maybe a couple buddies chit-chatting about football, but isn't as corporate. Because these dudes are like creating like, they have draft tools built off of algorithms that are pulling from different stat APIs and shit. And it's like, that's cool. It's
crazy.
But I can only do that so much. At some point too, it's just, I just like the fun chit-chatting about football with my buddies, So.
Well, maybe I just think that like if you've gotten that deep in, you gotta like get 2 other hobbies so that like you're not so all in on one.
Well, I do have other hobbies, but
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guys that are like with all these like tools and shit. That's
they're building tools that are like, and you can load in your league. You can sync your league with this tool, and it will go through and scrub through all the data of like who picked in what position and what player they did, so you can plan. It's like it's almost too deep, because part of it is to just like, I like to stay up on football the best I can and then make decisions based on that.
It's too gamified and boring. Like I look, I'm not trying to like, if it's what you're into, I think that's great. But like, I think that at the same time, I have heard the argument, and I think it's fair that like, you just want to root for a team and be excited about a team and the emotional journey of like following that thing, rather than it be like, this guy's this and this guy's that and this person's this, and it's like, well,
I understand that sentiment.
Look, I totally get that if you just want to consume a lot of football, which puts a little bit of stakes into consuming a lot of football. Yes. I get it. I just think it kind of takes away from the more like the camaraderie that football used to have.
I agree with you, but I don't have that with a team. Growing up, the Browns have been the worst team in the league. I would say more often in my lifetime have they come in dead last than they have not. This is completely anecdotal, but they're certainly in the bottom 5 every year, more or less, right? So I've never had a relationship with an NFL team because I never played football. I was more interested in soccer. I was in basketball, baseball. I was into that. I never had a relationship with the Browns. So I just like football.
It's like impatient stakes, though. Like one requires just sticking with the team always, and if they have the year, this is the biggest year of your life. You know what I mean? Whereas the other one's like, well, if that didn't work, I have this other guy on this other team that sort of, you know what I mean? Like, or this other guy from this other team that I really like. You know what I mean? I get both sides. 100%.
Yeah. Because I do struggle with that. Because, for instance, I want to get myself an NFL jersey to wear on Sundays just for fun. You know what I mean? And I made a trade with Ryan. Dude. I have Chase Brown from the Bengals. His name's Chase Brown. Rye drafted him last year. It was kind of like a joke. He just thought it'd be funny to draft him. He was like a backup running back. And the lead for the Bengals suffered a pretty severe neck injury. And Chase Brown had a stellar second half of the year last year. So I have him. So I thought it'd be funny to get a Bengals Chase Brown jersey, but Michelle goes, that's a little on the nose, isn't it? But he's on my dynasty team, and he is slated to be like a top 10 running back this year. But I also have Jahmyr Gibbs from the Lions on my team.
I'm gonna argue against Michelle here. I think you should get it because this is already insane enough that you have an outfit that you wear while you watch a show.
Well, you also have to know.
I think you should do it. I think you should do
during
it.
football season, I'm holding a football while I'm watching the game.
Why?
I just have it with me. It's like Dirty Bubble with everyone here.
2 years ago, you didn't do any of this, and now you're nuts.
I'm just in it, dude. I think I fell out of love with sports because it became like I was more into music and shit, and now it's like, oh, that was just a silly time where I was led astray. I loved sports my whole life, and now I'm back in it.
You believe that following the arts was you being led astray?
I wholly loved sports, and I think it became a quote unquote uncool thing to do. But me at a core never stopped loving sports, I think is what it is. I spent my whole life, you understand, you played soccer year round. I played soccer year round and then played sports in between that as well for 16 years, 15 years. You know what I mean? And I'm happy to be back.
Look, I plan on, I'm going to try to follow basketball because I got kind of into it and stuff, and I love watching basketball. But
playoffs were great last year.
It'll just sort of like be a thing I do occasionally. I don't need to.
Well, for me, as much as I love basketball,
watch it.
Playoffs go on long enough that you can become acquainted with those teams. The season is way too fucking long. They added the in-season tournament, which is where they play on the different branded or the different color basketball courts, and they're wearing different jerseys. And there's and the idea is to incentivize regular season games having stakes similar to playoffs. So they make a bunch of money and this, that. And
I get it.
And that's been fun. But the season is just so fucking long. And there's no stakes. Yeah. There's no stakes because they know that they lose this game all good. There's another 80 to come.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as bad as baseball. Baseball is cool and I can respect it, but baseball is really, truly like, it's hard for me.
I'm with it. I think they should speed it all up.
Well, they sped up the game itself.
They did, yeah.
Well, why is this guy kicking our building? In his side zip boots. Yeah. Get out of here, brother. Stop kicking the building. Why does he keep kicking it?
Knock it off.
We need to get a
game. But anyway, he's got similar stylists to you, though, the way he's dressed in this weather.
Yeah, he is dressed in for winter.
Full sweater, jeans, and boots. This is nuts.
Yeah.
That's a you guy.
It is.
It's like 87 today.
Real quick, back to NFL. Okay. I don't have a team that I follow. Cool. Are you a Broncos fan, or do you don't really care?
I like ice hockey.
Yeah.
And then I like all my other sports that are just me.
Fair enough. Timbo, if you were to buy a jersey for a football team, would you buy a Colts jersey?
I just told you I have no idea. I couldn't even name like 5 of them, I don't think.
Well, I guess that's true. Colts you would name though. You would know the Colts. Indianapolis Colts.
I don't like the look. I'm not wearing a football jersey ever in my life.
That's true.
I don't like the colors of the Colts. For me, it's all a color thing.
Well, a lot of it is color for me too. There's teams that I outright like Miami.
Jerseys. Yeah,
I can't root for Miami. Dude. God awful colors. I'll be honest. Those are just disgusting.
Like orange and
turquoise and white.
Turquoise, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's a rough one. And orange.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah,
buddy.
What's going on? That's enough.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever gonna buy a jersey in my adult life.
I think I'm gonna get a Jahmyr Gibbs jersey.
Get the Chase Brown one, you dork.
Chase Brown's kind of sick.
You know who has really good colors though? I love the Ravens. Black, purple, and gold.
Is that Minnesota is what I was thinking. That's
Vikings.
Similar.
Yeah. Purple, yellow.
It's
more of the Ravens are more of a dark color scheme. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and they're a pretty intense team.
I feel like I would pick the Steelers because it's like a very generic logo. It's like an old logo and it's black.
Yeah.
I don't care though.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I just don't care about football, period.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna have to hear you and Abby talk about it.
I would love if you just got so deep into it.
Never. I can see it happening in basketball, or if I really dedicated myself to soccer, which I'm not going to do.
It's too hard to consume.
I could get into that because I like watching it. I understand what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you understand the game well.
Yeah. I don't have any clue. I've told you a million times. It's like watching like a courtroom trial, watching football. That's all they do. It's about the refs. The refs are the stars because that's all it is.
I will say to level out my love for football, I am a little bummed about what we're dealing with this season in terms of the broadcasting. They're implementing this new sort of AI technology where they have 6 cameras placed around the field, and because formerly, you might not know this, but I don't know, a first down you need to get 10 yards. If you end up short, these guys would come out with these chains and they would measure, and it would be a really analog.
This is what I'm talking about.
They would do this thing and they'd measure. Now what they're doing is there's 6 cameras and it never fucking works, and the announcers clearly are fed up with it and it's annoying. The players are fed up with it and the refs are fed up with it, but the league is pushing these. It's like the ref will place the ball and then the cameras will wait 30, 45 seconds. They'll read where it is and then it'll tell you if it's short or long or
how many refs are on the field for football?
I don't know. A lot though.
From what I can tell, it's like 25.
There's a lot of refs in any football game.
Cut it 1 quarter. You know what I mean? Like if there's 4, you get 1. If there's 25, you know what I mean? Like, like tighten this up. Let them get away with some shit. That's the same thing with basketball. It's like, let them get away with a little bit more. Let the pushing and shoving go a couple more seconds long. All sports need to be a little bit more physical.
I have no problem with that, except football is already basically
problematic,
killing hundreds of men throughout their life. Basically, football is awful for the body. It's undisputed. No matter how many updates they make to the helmets and shit, these dudes are coming out
sometimes
fully.
With it being like athletes, where you're like, I think these are just enormous people. I'm not sure if they're athletes just because they are very tall and broad and heavy.
I think football can go both ways. I think that there's enormous guys where most of their being there is their gift. They're gifted to be 6'7", 275 and still be able to move their body pretty well or something. You know what I mean?
I mean, all sports have the same with basketball, where at a certain point, if you're just 8 feet tall, doesn't matter if you're good at anything, you're just taller than everybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you can run, doesn't matter if you can pass. It just matters that you can sort of drop the ball in from up high.
Yeah.
And that sort of sucks too.
Kind of. I kind of agree with that.
That's sort of the LeBron era when it was like he was so much bigger but athletic. That really changed what basketball looked like to me for a long time. Well, think about, they're all big, they're just huge guys.
But think about LeBron at 19. He was playing a much less physical game.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He was a unit, but he wasn't this behemoth that he's become where it's just push, lay it in. Like,
well, it just feels like that's like where they're pushing athletes' physicality too. Where it's like that's the expectation is that you can run fast, move quick, but you're also
huge,
7.5 feet tall and 300 pounds. And it's like, this is too many things. It's really the Monstars at this point.
It is the Monstars because like you think of something like Kevin Durant, who's like formerly Yao Ming was not a 3-point shooter, but he was like 7 foot. Yeah. KD can shoot from anywhere on the court. He's a threat anywhere he is on the court. And like that dude Chet Holmgren, which I'm sure you maybe know about, but the OKC white dude, long as fuck. He's also fun to watch because he's like incredibly coordinated despite being the tallest guy on the court. So I don't know. I personally, my problem with basketball is less the size and stuff. It's just the length of the season. I love basketball playoffs though. Sports fucking rule. I love sports. I love it so much.
They're
I'm
like
just
a C+.
full in it. And I am just a 55-year-old dude from Ohio now. So
he doesn't listen to music anymore. Yeah. He doesn't like anything except for sports.
That's his whole identity now.
And XXX jackets.
Yeah.
You really are that guy.
Hell yeah.
Shopping at Costco, plazas.
Yep.
You've really found your final form. You couldn't resist nature.
No, it just came crawling to the fucking surface. So
you like lawn tools and shit.
Yeah.
The grilling will start.
Too bad we lost another one.
Yeah.
Lost another one.
If I get a charcoal grill,
lost another one.
If I get a charcoal grill, I might disappear. You guys might lose me. I don't know where I'd be, but it's in Lowe's.
You still come to work in one of those like Punisher shirts on. I'm like, oh, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. What would be more likely is that I pick up a part-time job at Home Depot.
Help you?
Yeah. So I can have the orange vest.
Yeah.
So fucking sick.
Get the discounts.
In terms of deliveries, we have one box of Lemaire. It's really not a lot of stuff. It's boxy jackets. It's the maxi barrel workwear pant, but those words can all be interchanged and they can mean something different if you're in the Lemaire world. So I think that's the arrangement of words, but it's yet to be seen. And then maybe one more pair of pants and maybe a shirt, but I don't think so.
That'll not a heavy delivery, but some hitters.
Yeah. We've got Carhartt Work in Progress is received, tagged. I believe Willie's already pulled photos, so that should be published here sooner than later as well. We have a couple pieces of VizVim. Now, a handful of that shit has been sold already. It is published, but a couple people hit me up early. We sold one of those Irish jackets. Got Travails. We have pastoral pants matching the Travail makeup.
Travail is just about gone too.
Yep. So that's sick. Shout out my boy for copping that. I won't blow up his spot, but that was a good cop.
We got Lady White.
Well, I was gonna say something else. Lady White. Lady White seasonal as well as some restock. Not all.
A little bit of restock that we could for 2 packs. If you're looking to get them before like the winter delivery or whatever, then this is kind of what we got.
It's a smattering and truly so. XL's in black and large and white in terms of the regular tee makeup, and then we got some other seasonals. We got rugby tees. We got their cashmere sweaters, which is the first time they've done that. So we have Lady White cashmere sweaters. Drew tried some on yesterday. It looks awesome on him. Yeah. Really kind of a banger sweater. A nice little crop. Really nice. People are wild today.
I don't know what's going on.
Like, geez Louise. So Lady White seasonal. There's rugby tees, those sweaters, and the hats and socks. Socks are restocked.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pop over, check that shit out. As Timothy mentioned, I probably will have to import Harrell here sooner than later this week. We have our Legacy also delivering today. And that's the only other stuff that is en route. So yeah, but we are getting what, Cole?
We got we
got some Vans too.
And we got the Bane vest from MM6. Right? Mm-hmm. The Bane, it looks like
vest
the vest that Bane wears.
Bane.
Bane
See, just so you know, one of my dad's alter egos is Bing.
Yeah.
So I was like, how the fuck you know Bing?
I know a lot about you, Jason.
No. What did you call it?
We just talked about his apartment recently.
The Bane. My dad's apartment?
Why would we be talking about Bing's apartment?
I thought it was strange too. That's why I was so
Bane's apartment, where he lived in that hole.
Yeah, underground.
Where he was surrounded by darkness and raised by the darkness.
There's that scene.
He was raised by the darkness, besides having the most dramatic skylight I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't know about the darkness, buddy. This is quite a bit of...
You get a lot of sun.
In that scene where he's in his apartment and he's fighting Batman... Is Christian Bale as Batman in that?
Yeah.
He's fighting him, and they're on like levels underground, and he jumps off of this one platform, grabs a chain, and lets himself down. And I just want everybody to know how fucking strong Tom Hardy is. Find the strongest fella that you know. He couldn't do that. That is magical. Like, that dude is a fucking animal. So go through and watch that.
Are you certain that was a practical effect?
No, it's real, dude, because I'm pretty sure, and I might be speaking out of turn here, but I'm almost certain he was on steroids for that movie.
I like the idea of you believing everything you've seen in a movie that it happened.
I'm telling you, dude.
You saw Avengers and went, all that shit happened.
I mean, dude, maybe they somehow CGI'd him.
Robert Downey Jr. is a great scientist.
He put it together. He started that company from the ground up.
Yeah.
No, but Tom Hardy, he is a strong dude. We all know that.
Sure.
But if you look at him, and this is all just me speaking anecdotal from things that I've seen. I had a couple buddies that have done steroids in the past. He looked like he was on steroids.
Sure.
To get that shape naturally, even with a famous guy with endless money and time, and like I'm pretty sure he was on steroids. But that is crazy, letting himself down that chain with just his hands. Craziness. Go, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm looking at the scene.
We have to know if it's real or not.
It's crazy,
It's really
dude.
going to be tough to not know.
Because it's not. It'd be one thing if you just let yourself down like a fireman pole and not slide. You just do that because it's a static pole. This is a fucking chain that's swinging. You know what I mean? Like
we're on the same page.
It's chain link.
Oh my god.
So anyway, we don't have to.
Okay.
We don't need to look up.
This,
we don't need to look up how he got from the first level to the second level of his apartment.
But we did get the Bane vest.
Yeah.
It's a reversible fur vest from MM6.
And it's not called the Bane vest.
No, it's
not.
We just address it as
not my father.
It is a cool vest. It's like the one we were saying. It was like the EG one you used to wear all the time. Yeah, it's really cool.
Shane has inherited that, by the way.
Oh, good. What? Anything else? Is that everything? Did we do it?
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Baby.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to talking a bunch more. So we got to get out of here and on to the next one.
Video. Yeah. God damn it, dude.
We don't feel grounded right now.
Well, honestly, we got to get people in here to do the videos. This might be my last one.
We could.
Abby hears this. I'm in trouble.
She's not. She took Gia to the show.
Nice. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope someone does, because we're gonna go talk for another hour. So.
Oh damn.
Yeah, we're lucky to have this job. So.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Get out of here.